In the dim corners of the world, where shadows moved faster than justice, a young woman named Cammy, also known by a code name, Killer Bee, was born not from the warmth of family, but from the cold machinery of warfare. She was a living weapon forged by the clandestine criminal organization known as Shadaloo, under the cold and calculating gaze of Bison. Created through genetic engineering and brainwashing, Cammy was part of a program designed to craft the perfect assassin. Her DNA was cloned directly from Bison himself, making her one of the dolls. Elite female operatives designed to carry out Shadaloo's will without question or hesitation. Cammy, however, was special. She was the prototype, the perfect blend of combat prowess, agility, and loyalty. She moved like lightning, struck with the force of a hurricane, and executed her missions with terrifying precision. But something inside her resisted. Somewhere, beneath the layers of programming and conditioning, a spark of individuality remained. That spark would prove to be the beginning of her liberation. Her awakening began during a mission gone awry, when she failed to eliminate a target, a failure that would have meant death for any other Doll M. Bison spared her, hinting at some unseen potential or use for her in the future. Soon after, Cammy collapsed and was found unconscious by British operatives. In London, the British Special Forces, also known as Delta Red, took her in. Through care and rehabilitation, Cammy began to rediscover herself. Though she lacked memories, her fighter instincts and soldier's discipline remained. Delta Red recognized her value, not only as a powerful asset, but also as a woman seeking redemption. She adopted a new identity, Cammy White. Haunted by fragments of her past as Killer Bee, she devoted herself to her new role. Cammy became a frontline operative for Delta Red, specializing in counter-terrorism and reconnaissance. Her new mission was no longer one of mindless obedience, but of justice and retribution. She aimed to dismantle the group that stole her identity, and didn't hesitate to face Shadaloo again. She returned to underground fighting to hunt those who created her. Along the way, she crossed paths with others who would become allies and rivals alike. Cammy remained with Delta Red, continuing her work against global threats, but her focus never strayed far from those still suffering the consequences of Shadaloo's evil. From a tool of tyranny to a symbol of strength, she chose her own identity. A born fighter and trained soldier, she turned a stolen life into purpose. And even as new threats rise, Cammy White stands ready, silent, focused, and unyielding. She is no longer the Killer Bee. She is her own weapon, her own redemption,